Here at the HyperX booth, we have a couple of things that we're announcing here. And what we're doing is, what we want to show you what is HyperX, right? HyperX is all about memory, it's all about SSDs, it's all about performance. It's about enthusiasts, it's about gaming, it's about speed. And that's what we do with SSDs and DRAM memory. So what we have here is the bottom 4 modules that we see. This is called our HyperX Fury. Fury is our entry-level DRAM. So if you're a gamer, if you're an enthusiast on a budget, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring you big performance at a very, very cost-conscious level price. So HyperX Fury comes in 4 different colors. It comes in red, white, black, and blue. 1333, 1600, and 1866 megahertz. And it's pretty simple. It's either a 4 gigabyte module or an 8 gigabyte module, 8 gigabyte kit of 2, or 16 gigabyte kit of 2. So that's what one of the big things we're showing here at Fury, really for entry-level gamers, entry-level enthusiasts. To kind of go along with that, we're also going to come out with a new SSD called, also using the Fury name. So HyperX Fury now is it's a family of entry-level products, DRAM and SSD. The Fury SSD will be 256 gig or 128 gig. And what we like about it, really, it's going to be really, really good performance. Read writes 500 megabytes per second sequential. So really, really fast. Any gamer, any enthusiast out there who wants to get into the game quicker, if you want to load levels quicker, you want to do game saves quicker, loading the game, loading the map quicker, SSD is a great way to go. Pair it with DRAM too, and it's a nice combination because what you're going to see is so much system performance improvement, not just on gaming, but boot up times, shutdown, applications opening and closing. Your system overall is just going to feel a lot snappier. Sure, yeah, that's a great question. Kingston's always been a private company, started in 1987. HyperX, the division, HyperX, which is the division of Kingston, started in 2002. So, as a private company, we have a lot of advantages in the business. We have a lot of flexibility. We don't answer to shareholders. We don't have a stock table to deal with. What we're really doing is we can focus on products. Hopefully, we think we make great products. We hope our customers think the same. We can focus on that. We can focus on high quality DRAM, server memory, SSDs, USBs, cards, wireless products, even headsets. So we do manufacture in Fountain Valley, but we also do manufacturing in China and Taiwan. Now the reason is, the perception is, labor is cheaper overseas. That's why you go there. In actuality, what happens is this. Every company 10 years ago, 15 years ago, started going overseas. Why did they do that? Why did Kingston start manufacturing overseas? Very simple, supply chain. When your chip manufacturers, your component manufacturers, when they're all based in either China or Taiwan, that's where you want to be. You want to be closer to the supply chain. It costs a lot of money to ship products from China or Taiwan to California for us to manufacture it, and then distribute from here. That money, that time that you spend shipping, the costs of shipping, that's going to be passed on somewhere. Where is it going to be passed on? To the consumer, right? And then the other thing too is that it's not just labor that makes a product. You need electricity. You need electricity, you need people, you need water. Electricity and water, very expensive overseas, comparable to manufacturing in the US. So it's kind of a big misnomer when companies go overseas. It's not just about labor, there's so many other things, that go into it. I think you were telling me this is like 128 megabit?
Well, before formatting.
Before formatting.
It's 92.
So I see that you lost the casing, but does this still work?
Yes, it does.
That still works. Okay, I'll tell you where we've come. We've come a long way since this. 128 megabit you can go, we have 128 gigabytes. We actually have a 256 gigabyte USB. And then at CE in January of 2013, we actually came out with a 1 terabyte USB. So where we come, what is that, 10 times 100, 1,000 times. We have 1,000 times more capacity. So yeah, I have a couple of items here that I can show you. You know what? On the HyperX side, 64 gigabyte USB here. So that's, 640 times faster. My math is not very good, so that was one of the topics, one of the subjects I never excelled at. But a 64 gigabyte USB from HyperX, from Kingston HyperX. This drive here is USB 3.0. So it's got read speeds of somewhere, 200 plus megabytes per second. Write speeds about over 100 megabytes per second. So when you're transferring like movies or files, you're talking really, really fast transfer. It can move a movie over in seconds. If you're using your dinosaur of a USB, it's a long time. Yeah, you may as well just start it and walk away. Watch a TV program, go have lunch, and come back. So we've come a long way. We've also making other products here too. We have something here called the DataTraveler microDuo. It's one of our newer products. And you know what? With so many smartphones and tablets out there, especially Android-based, some of the phones out there are no longer shipping with, say, a card slot to it, right? But every device still has a charging port, usually micro USB. So a product like this is we can fit 32 gigabytes of RAM in about 15% of the size of this ancient dinosaur of a Kingston USB. 32 gigabytes in here. This particular product goes up to 64 gig, but the beauty of this is that we have a micro USB connector on one side and a regular USB 2.0 connector on the other side. So it's perfect. Plug this into your phone, like a Samsung Galaxy, for instance, Google phone, HTC, Android-based devices. Plug this in there. Great way to put more storage. If you're going on a trip, load this up with movies. Plug it into your phone. You can watch away. You don't have to actually put it on your phone. It's a perfect little device, and it doesn't cost that much. This little device here is about $10, $15, 32 gig.